She's the teacher who was shot by her first grade student.
Now, the reason for why I'm being so quiet right now is because what the fuck? What do you mean? Police body cam plays in court from day first grade student shot teacher. See, ladies and gentlemen, we truly are in the end of times, or the end of society as we know it. There's just no way. I've never a day in my life heard of a teacher being shot, a first grade teacher being shot by her first grade student. That is just absolutely insane.
Now we're seeing police body cam video from that awful day.
Bro, what the I have so many questions. How did a wait a minute. How did a first grader get a gun? Second of all, how did he make it into the school with a gun? Like, do you guys know what a first grader looks like? I mean, let me Google first grader. First grader. Google images. Hold the hell up. I searched this shit up. What do I see? Here's a first grader right here. Here's a couple of first graders right there. Another first grader. Another first grader. First graders right here. What are they, like fucking 7 years old? And you're really telling me a little runt who looks like this actually pulling up to his classroom looking like this? In tears? Sad and depressed at the task that he was tasked to do. Looking at his teacher like, Miss Carrie, they're forcing me. They have my mom and dad held hostage. I don't want to do it, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Bang. Like, what is this timeline we're living in?
How many times was she shot?
The video was played in court today as the teacher, 28-year-old Abby Zwarner, sues the school's former assistant principal over the drama that shocked America.
Now the teacher who was shot by one of her 6-year-old students.
A teacher allegedly shot and critically wounded by a 6-year-old boy.
The teacher alleges that the assistant principal failed to act after 4 school people told her about concerns that the student had brought a gun to school.
Yeah, we're living in a crazy ass timeline. And apparently this was on the news, national news, and I didn't hear about it. 2023, what was I doing? Getting harassed and bullied by YouTube and not being able to upload for like months at a time because YouTube was on my ass. Follow me on Instagram, by the way. This is the last day on Friday here for anyone to enter the $70 in cash giveaway or Battlefield 6 raffle. For anyone who wants cash or the game, you can pick either or. Cash will be sent through PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. Just be sure you're following me on Instagram or at least Twitter and TikTok too. That said, this story is just blowing my mind right now.
In 2023, the teacher told the Today Show what happened.
The initial gunshot went through my left hand and ruptured the middle bone as well as the index finger and the thumb. The gunshot then went into my chest up here where it actually still remains.
This photo was taken that day. Kiddie chairs and little tables and, incredibly, a handgun on the floor.
Yo, does this not seem like some dystopian world we now live in? Like, we've all heard of like high schoolers bringing guns to school to, you know, boom their enemy or to, shoot up the school or whatever because they've been bullied or whatever. But I just gotta say, how much hate in your heart do you have to have as a 7-year-old first grader to literally bring a handgun to school to shoot your teacher? Like, what did she give you, a C on your goddamn math test? Did she not give you enough slices at the pizza party? Were you mad that she put you on timeout with the little cone on your head in the corner because you were picking on and bullying other kids? Like, when the boomers and older generations said that with each generation, these kids just get worse and worse, I used to didn't believe. I used to be like, you're exaggerating. You're just old and out of touch. But now that I'm older and I'm looking back on the younger generations, which this would be what, Gen Alpha or some shit, I now fully, completely understand that this is insane.
The body cam shows the frantic efforts by paramedics to save the teacher. She looks deathly pale. Someone takes off her necklace.
What's your name, huh? Abby Zwarner.
She's placed on a gurney and rushed to a local hospital.
I just gotta say, like, being a first grade teacher should be like one of the safest jobs in the world. It should be one of the most coziest jobs in the entire ecosystem of jobs and career fields. How in the ever living fuck would anyone ever think becoming a first grade teacher may end up in them possibly being shot in the hand and that bullet traveling through their chest and being lodged in there to this day? Well, goddamn. Public service announcement for any first grade teachers and younger out there. Your lives just may be on the line too. Oh, you thought you were safe teaching a whole bunch of 6 and 7-year-olds in a tiny little classroom full of plastic chairs and fruit cups and graham crackers? No sirree, ma'am or sir. You can catch that heat too if you piss off one of these little first graders. You never know.
This deputy sheriff told the jury today what he saw when law enforcement arrived at the school with guns drawn.
Like, that is actually crazy, bro. What is this timeline? You actually have officers pulling up with shotguns to a fucking elementary elementary school to apprehend a literal 7-year-old first grader. Yeah, America, we've got to do something about these guns. Like, I'm all for the Second Amendment. I'm all for the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms and everything. But why are we out here having a first grader have the ability to bring a gun to his school? How is that even possible? Who are his parents or her parents? I mean, they didn't specify the gender, but I'm going to assume it's a little boy. You know, typically little girls are too worried about Barbie dolls and goddamn playhouses to be worrying about shooting up their first grade teacher for pissing them off. I would assume, but you never know. Things are changing drastically nowadays, so anything is entirely possible.
We were quite taken aback. We didn't expect to see so young a suspect.
The nightmare happened at Rich Neck Elementary School in Newport News, Virginia. This teacher also took the stand.
2 little girls came out of Abby's room to the doorway while I was still in the hall and told me that had a gun in his bag.
Attorneys for the assistant principal, Ebony Parker, say no one could have foreseen that a 6-year-old would bring a firearm to school.
I mean, clearly they're out of touch. Nowadays, these kids are bad as hell. I just didn't expect it to be a literal first grader. I can understand possibly, maybe a 3rd grader, 4th grader. Even that is like reaching levels of depravity that I didn't think would be possible for such a young individual. Like 3rd and 4th grade, what is that, like 10 and 11? Literally still in elementary school. Like, for perspective, people realize that like 1st grade is I think the next level above that of kindergarten. And kindergarteners are like 4 and 5 years old. 1st grade is like your first step into elementary school, or what do they call it here? Or other parts of the world. Primary school. That's like the first step into primary school. My boy, a year ago, or at the time of this incident, was still possibly wetting his bed, eating graham crackers, goldfish, and drinking on mommy's milk. Or maybe that's a little too old for mommy's baby feeders, but you know, you get the point. This is just utterly insane. That is literally a baby to me. Like, what the And in the comment section, the first comment from a day ago said, thank God she survived, but the parents need to be held accountable. How can a 6-year-old have access to a gun? What's wrong with the parents? The parents should also get sued too. No one could have foreseen, 4 people did. That is the most idiotic defense I've ever heard. So clearly this kid has to have priors in that little school. What do they call it? Rich Neck Elementary School? How bad of a kid had this kid had to be for this to have even escalated so far? Someone said no one could have foreseen a 6-year-old bringing a gun to a school. Yeah, except the multiple people who told her she ignored, the principal who ignored this, deserves prison. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't know. It's the principal or the ex-principal in on it. Did she use this 6-year-old like a little sleeper agent with a code word to pick up his gun and potentially boom the teacher? Did she have static or beef with the 1st grade teacher she was overseeing? Find out next time on Dragon Ball. Let me just stop. Actually, just turn on notifications for the channel. YouTube has literally been like hoeing me for the last few weeks. I actually, within the last 24 hours or so, got 2 of my videos taken down by YouTube. The one about Nina and Zoe Laverne, men can be victims, and the other one with the uber big guy. I can't even say the word anymore. The oversized large guy being denied his Uber ride. That got taken down for what, bullying or some shit, cyber harassment, and the other one is taken down for sexual whatever. Mind you, my Emma Root video was also taken down, remember, for the same exact reason. And YouTube said, after carefully reviewing the video, our internal team found that it violates our nudity and sexual content policy. And basically that there was nothing else that they could do. This was a final decision. Saying, and I quote, "I wish we could do more. It's just that this is the only option that I could provide you at this point. I wish you luck with your future endeavors." Saying, fuck you, basically, to me. With a snarky little, "I wish you luck with your future endeavors." And 5 days later, with no notification, nothing, after they said multiple times, "We thoroughly investigated the situation and exhausted all our resources," the video randomly gets restored. No notification, no email, no nothing. Mind you, restoring a video 5 days later pretty much kills all the momentum. It's done. The topic is dead and the video won't make it into the algorithm in the way that it should have initially. And I posted all the evidence, on Twitter, with the screenshots from 5 days ago. The exact same screenshot. Sorry for the tangent, by the way. I have to get this off. Literally where they said they wish they could do more, but it's a final decision. They made their decision. And to the corner, I just left a message saying, "Let this be a lesson, folks. Life's unfair and rigged. Rules for thee, but not for me. Doesn't even matter if you follow the rules. You will get fucked over if those above you feel that they can get away with it." So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, follow me on other platforms. YouTube is, gotta say, a very weird ass platform. So follow the IG, follow my Twitter, and follow my TikTok. This is the last day to enter into the $70 in cash or Battlefield 6 giveaway to 3 lucky individuals who support the channel. I will be running that today, and yeah, best to luck to all who enter. That said, catch you in the next one. And if you're a 1st grade teacher, please watch your back for those 7-year-olds. You never know what might happen to you.